Hello everyone. So in today's video lecture, we'll start with 8086 instruction set. Let's begin with how many types of instruction sets are there in 8086 microprocessor. The first one is data transfer instructions. Then we have arithmetic and logical instructions, branch and loop instructions, shift and rotate instructions, flag manipulation instructions, processor or machine control instructions, and string instructions. So remember one thing, either you can call it processor control instructions or you can call it machine control instructions. They are one and the same thing. Okay, so let's begin with the first instruction, that is data transfer instructions. Now in data transfer instructions, we have move, LDS, LES, LEA, LHF, SAHF, XLAT, XCHG, push, and pop instructions. These are the instructions which comes under data transfer instructions. So we will deal with them one by one. So let's begin with the move instructions. We all know that move instruction was there in the 8085 microprocessor also. But remember one thing, that in case of 8085 microprocessor, we have MVI instruction, which is used only for the immediate data. But in case of 8086 instructions, we will use move MOV only for both immediate data, for both you can say register data, or for the direct values, direct data. Okay. For example, if I say move BX comma 5000H. Okay, so you know what 5000H here? H means hexadecimal number. You all know that. Okay, if you don't know, then go and watch my videos. You will come to know what hexadecimal number means. Now, in case of move BX comma 5000 means you have to transfer this value 5000 into the BX register. Okay, you can write the instruction like this also: MOV AX comma BX. Okay, so you can write like this also. For example, you have to transfer the data of the BX register. Now this data can be anything, 2400. So you have to actually transfer the value which is present in the BX register into the AX register, where BX is the source register and AX is the destination register. Okay, remember this thing. But now I'm giving you few examples which are not at all allowed in case of MOV in 8086 instructions. For example, if you have written move DS 5000H. Okay, now remember one thing, this immediate value is not at all allowed to move into or to transfer into any segment register. So this kind of data is not at all allowed. There is one more instruction, like for example, if you have written move example 2500, okay, comma, and then 5000H. That means you have to transfer the value 5000H into the memory location 2500. Now this kind of instruction is also not at all allowed. So these instructions are not allowed in case of 8086 microprocessor. You can only transfer the data which are there. That means you can move the data from register to register, from register to memory, from memory to register. Also, you can transfer from memory to accumulator and from accumulator to memory. Only these kinds are allowed. Nothing else is allowed in case of move instruction. Now, let's begin with the next, which is LDS. Now, DS is the segment register. We all know DS register. Okay, that is data segment register. Load a word from specified memory location into a specified register. Here what we will do, we will load actually. Now remember LDS and LES. In this case, this is DS, this is ES register. They both have segment registers. You have to load the value from a particular location into this specified registers. Now see how this begins. I will show you. See what happens when you are writing that LDS. Okay, first example. Now it can be either LDS BX comma 5000. Okay, it can be LES BX comma 5000. Okay, any, they both are same. Remember this thing, they both are same instructions. In this case, what happens, suppose we have this 5000 memory location somewhere in any segment register will go for the data segment. Okay, so let's begin from here. We have this 5000, 5001. These are all what? These are all memory addresses. You can call it memory location, you can call it address, you can call it anything. So these are the locations one by one. Now let us suppose we have given the value here as let's see, wait, suppose 22, 23, 32, 4, 5, just like that. Okay, and 5, 6. Now we have this register. It can be written as either DS or it can be written as ES. You can take it data segment or extra segment. Okay. Now we have one more register, which is the BX register. So what will going to be happen, since we know that we have BH here and BH and BL here? What will going to be happen, since these are the 2 register, the 8-bit datas? Okay, so first 2 will go to BL register, then it will go to the 2 3, that means BH register. We will store 2 here, we will store 2 3 here, and then what will going to be happen after this? After we transfer the data from the memory location 5000 into the BX register, then what will going to be happen? We will take this 32 into the ES register, and of course 32 will be this, and then 45 into the another 8-bit data 45. So now the value DS or ES, it can be anything. Remember, for both conditions we can use it like this. So 45 and 32. Okay, and here what will going to be happen? 22 will come into the BX register BL, then 23, and after that in 5002 you, and in 5003 you have to take both the data and you have to move it or transfer it into the DS or ES register. So here I completed both DS and ES simultaneously. Now let's come to LEA. LEA means load effective address. Effective address, we know the formula for effective address, that EA is equals to any segment address multiplied by 1 plus offset address, which is related to that particular segment. Okay, so this is the formula for effective address. LEA means load effective address. That means we will load the effective address, the value, the content which is present in that particular effective address into the specified register. So similarly, just like the way we have written LDS BX into this, similarly we will write LEA BX into, and then we will give the specified memory location. For example, now let's see how we will begin with that. Suppose the instruction is LEA, LEA, and the BX, comma 5000H. So whatever the value is there in the memory location 5000H will go to the BX register. For example, we have 5000, 5001 and 5002 like this. These are the memory locations 5001 and then 5002. And if 223344 is stored here, so first will go 22 in this BX register and then 33. So that means what? Now 5000 will be actually the effective address. Remember this thing. And we have to store the content which is present in the 5000 offset address into the BX register. So you have to transfer the data which is present in the memory location 5000 into the BX register. This is what LEA means. Similarly, LAHF and SAHF will work. Now the difference is LHF means you have to load the lower order 8-bit of flag register. Okay, remember this thing. This F means flag register and AH is actually the AH register, which is the 8-bit register of an 16-bit AX register. Remember, so only AH will be loaded by the lower order of the flag register. Similarly, store AH into F, which is just opposite to LAHF. That means you have to store the content of AH register into lower order bits of the flag register. Now here what will going to be happen? Both LAHF and SAHF are just opposite to each other. Suppose you have an AH register which is stored with 2 3. This is the AH register, and we have flag which is of a 16 bit. So what we will take, we will take the lower order. Okay, yani ki this lower 8 bit, these are the LSBs, lower jo 8 bits aapki hongi, so you have to store this into this part, and this is called SAHF. But when if 33 is there and you are actually loading it into the AH register, then that is called LAHF. So this is what we do in case of LAHF and SAHF. Now comes XL80. XL80 means simple, you have to read a byte from the lookup table. Now lookup table is there which you have to just read a byte. Next comes XCHG. XCHG means exchange the content of either 16 bit or 8 bit from one register to another register, or from one memory location to a particular register. You can change it in any way, anyways. Okay. For example, I tell you, if we have this, suppose you have written X, C, H, G, okay, and you have given some value, okay, AX and BX. That means what? The content which is present in AX register will be transferred to BX register. So if AX and BX, we have here 2 3 4 5, and let's suppose we have here 3 5 0 0. So this is before the execution, okay, of the instruction. After execution, what will going to be happen? This register will have the value as 3500, and BX register will have the value as 2345. So this will be the condition after execution. Okay, remember this thing. So this is how XCHG works. Now next comes to push instruction. Push instruction similarly means you have to actually push, send or write or move. Okay, the content, see, for push there are 3 words written, so you have to make sure that either you can call it send, you can call it write, or you can call it move. The content of a specified register or memory location on the top of the stack. Okay, so how a push instruction works, it actually works in this condition. Suppose you have written push. If you are actually using this push instruction, then what you have to do, suppose you have written push BX, that means what? You have this particular stack memory, okay, and it is actually given some particular locations in the segment registers. We have some offset address. Let us suppose we have SS is equals to 2000, and we have SP is equals to 2FFF. Okay, so this is the value. Now what will be the effective address? Effective address will become 22FFF, right? Now let's see, if we have 2F, F and F here, then what will going to be happen? We will have 2F, F, E, and this will be 2F, F, D. Okay, now this will be 2F, F, C. So this is how it will work. Let us suppose we have the value, we have this is actually the condition. So we know that 2FFF is the offset address which is required, where we have to push the value, we push the content of the BX register. So this is the BX register. Let us suppose we have taken 55 and 22 here. So what will going to be happen? First of all, remember that a push instruction always works in SP minus 2 condition. That means stack pointer will be decremented by minus 2. What will going to be happen? If we push the BX register, then first of all, we will decrement it by the 2. That means 2FFF minus 2 will become 2FFD. So now the content first, that means 55 will be moved to 2FFD, and then the content 22 will be moved to 2FFC. So how to remember this thing? Always remember, lower order bit will go to the lower order address and higher order bit will go to the higher order address. Remember this thing, and this is the way you can remember. So first you will shift the upper bit to the upper address, and then you will shift secondly lower bit to the lower address. This is how a push operation works. Remember this thing. Now comes to the pop operation. See, pop can be said as read, है ना? That is 2 bytes from top of the stack and keep them in a specified register or memory location. This, in this case, what will going to be happen? It will work as SP plus 2. Okay. Now, if in case of pop instruction, you have taken the pop instruction, then what will going to be happen? The similar order. Suppose we have this SP, that means this is the stack memory, okay, and we have something here in the BX register. So we will take the same BX register, pop BX if you are doing, okay. Then what will going to be happen? The contents which is there in the BX is 3258. Let us suppose. Now, if we are taking the segment register as again 2000, and we are taking the stack pointer, that means the offset value as 2FFA. Okay, then what will be the effective address? The effective address, I will tell you, directly will become 22FFA. Remember? So let's begin with that. This is a SS, and here we have 2FFA. That means this is the offset address, memory location. Then the next will be 2FFB. Then the next will be 2FFC, and similarly it will go on up till end. Okay, you can keep on writing like this. It will go on like this. Now let us suppose we have 55 here, 22. Okay, any number here, MM. Okay, now what will going to be happen? This pointer, actually pop instruction works on SP plus 2. That means one by one we will decrement it. We are actually popping out. That means we are reading the memory from the stack value. So the first effective address is 22FFA. That means 22FA. This is the first instruction. Now what will going to be happen? This is before execution. Okay, this is before execution. And what will going to be happen after execution? That we will write in BX register only first A. That means what? We will pop out 55 here and we'll write it here. And similarly, the next instruction will go to the, that means the higher number will go to the higher bit. So this is how we will pop out the value from the stack memory. Okay, so this is how pop instruction works. Now in the next lecture we will deal with the next instruction. So till then, take care. Bye bye.